If you want to see how I get my brows from this to this, then keep watching. First up, you want to start with a mascara wand and the Inglot Plain Brow Soap. Now brush your hairs with no product in them all the way up. It does help if you get them pre-shaped by an amazing eyebrow technician. I have left mine. They're actually due to be done tomorrow. I wanted to show you guys how unruly they can be and how it's still possible to make them look nice and forward and fluffy. Put some on your brush. What you want to do is over direct the brows the opposite way, which will look a little bit crazy at the start, but it's going to ensure that all of your brows are coated, and it's going to give your brows that nice staying power all day. So I'm using quite a bit of pressure to really push the brow hairs into the skin. And don't worry, it's not going to stay like this. Once you've gone one way, you're going to actually slowly apply more pressure, pushing it in the desired spot. I like them brushed up at the front. Use your spoolie to slide the hair downwards. When you're happy with them, just grab your finger, apply a little bit of pressure. Look how fuller and fluffier that brow is compared to this one. Looking a bit crazy. Apply pressure. Don't stress about any gaps because we're going to fill those in later. We're going to use my two favorite products, matte shadow, one that is 2 shades lighter than my actual hair color on my brows, and a thin slanted angled brush. Ornate eyeshadow palette. I'm going to angle because I want that nice straight line underneath my brows, but I slightly lean my head backwards just to stand in the area of where I want to fill in. Lightly apply pressure and push up. Blend it in to make it that nice straight line. You don't want to see where the brow starts and where the brow ends. A bit more product. Then I just want to straighten that line, but also add a bit of an angle. Rule of thumb generally, the end of your eyelid ends up into the brow line. That is where you want your brow to end. So if your brow is slightly shorter, then you can fake it till you make it and make sure that those lines match. Then I'm going to grab a bit more product and I'm going to angle the brush portrait, and I'm just going to slightly mimic the brow hairs by brushing up. This will make the brows look nice and fluffy, and I'm going to just ever so slightly fill in those gaps of hair or any sparse areas in my brows. Trust the process. It's okay if you're a little bit messy with this bit, because any mistakes, we're just going to buff them away because it is a brow product. That's a powder. So turn the angled brush diagonal, and you're going to mimic the brow hairs this way where they naturally grow. Keep changing the direction of your brush. Okay, if the brows look a little bit blocky, because we're really going to buff those out later, and then we're going to make them look nice and snatched by shaping them with a little bit of concealer so you get that nice lift. Once you're happy with the overall shape, you're going to grab a clean mascara wand and you're going to brush your brows upwards. But with the product that we applied earlier, it's going to have that staying power, but then this is just going to make them appear more fluffy, and it's going to help them stay in place and blend the powder through also. You want the brows to look extra carved and extra snatched. You're going to grab a little bit of concealer, very thin angled brush, and that product in, stamp it on. So blend the product down. You only need a tiny bit of concealer for this. If you've got any left over, you might want to do the same on the top. Then grab a soft bullet brush, blend out the little parts underneath and above the brow. Bring back just to check your work.
And this is the finished look. Thanks for watching.